This is my updated video on the major system. The first video was made with a bad microphone and a noisy computer fan. It was also third in a series about something else when it should have been first. The major system is a very powerful way to memorize numbers, and while it seems obscure at first, it becomes very easy and automatic with practice. It's something that I believe should be taught in schools, even though it isn't. Okay, which one of these two looks easier to remember? The phrase, "I'm tired, I'll punch a llama, love bug be my name," or the number 314-15926-535-897-9323? Well, fact is, both of them have exactly the same information. And using the major system, you take numbers like this and turn them into phrases, words and phrases like this. And what the major system does, how it works, is you assign consonant sounds to each of the 10 digits. And I said sounds, not letters. This goes by sound, not by spelling. Okay? For the number 1, the consonant sound is T. Because if you look at the letter T, it has one downstroke. 2 is N, because if you look at the letter N, you look at the lowercase one, it has 2 downstrokes. 3 is M, because M is basically a 3 on its side, and also if you look at the lowercase m, there are 3 downstrokes. 4 is R, because R is the last letter in the word for. 5 is L, because it's the Roman numeral for 50. 6 is J, because J kind of looks like a backwards 6. It's a bit of a stretch, but it works. 7 is K, because a K is made up of 2 7s. 8 is F, because a cursive F is a figure 8. 9 is P, because if you look at it, P is basically a backwards 9. And 0 is Z, because Z for 0. Now those are the base sounds, but it's obviously not complete. If you want to talk about a dog, none of the sounds in that word go to anywhere. If you want to talk about the beach, there's nothing for the B, there's nothing for the CH sound. So we need to complete this list, and to do that, we throw in similar sounds. What sounds like T for 1? Ta, duh sounds like 1. Ta, duh, say them. You do the same thing with your mouth. They are so close, they're gripped together. Now N, M, R, and L are by itself, but what about J for 6? What sounds like J, sh, and ch? Say them. J, sh, ch. Those are so similar that they're gripped together. Also soft G, which isn't really a similar sound, it is the J sound. Soft G is in ranger. Okay, K. What sounds like K? G. So K and hard G are treated the same, and so is hard C, as in cat or coal. Hard C, of course, is the K sound, and G is similar, so they're all grouped together. Now F, F. What sounds like F? V. Like leaf and leaves, knife and knives. Okay? And of course, also the PH sound, like in phone. Now that's not a similar sound, it is the F sound. Okay, let's look at P, the P sound. What sounds like P? B. And Z, what sounds like Z? S. S, Z, and soft C are treated the same. Okay? And now, those are the consonant sounds. And what about vowels? What about the unused consonants, W, H, and Y? They can go anywhere without changing the number. Why are W, H, and Y treated like vowels? Because the word Y is easy to remember. So Um, and of course, this gives us a new sound. Since W is treated like a vowel, it gives us a new consonant sound. Q. Q is the KW sound. Qua. W goes nowhere and K goes to 7, so Q goes to 7. Now, this rule about the unused sounds and this next rule give it a lot of flexibility. Sound, not spelling. Now let's start with some words and change them into numbers. Let's start with a simple one, dog. That's 17. D goes to 1, G goes to 7. It goes to 7 because it's the hard G. G, not J. It's dog, not dodge. Desk. That's a nice small word and it gets 3 digits. 107. D is 1, S is 0, K is 7. Let's look at bottle. How many digits does it get? You've got a B, you've got 2 T's, you've got an L. Does it get 4 digits? Only 3. Because B goes to 9, but the double T goes to 1. Say it. You only hear it once. Sound, not spelling. And of course the L goes to 5. Now let's look at fight. F goes to 8. And the GHT cluster goes to 1. Even though there's a G in there, you only hear it as a T sound. Sound, not spelling. Now let's look at the word neighbor. This one's a little trickier. You've got an N, you've got a G, you've got a B, you've got an R. Do you get 4 digits? Only 3. N goes to 2, B goes to 9, 4 goes to R. What about GH? Say it. You only get the long A or the Y sound. Neighbor. You don't get any of the assigned sounds. Sound, not spelling. Now, here's a longer one. This was the number of one of my customers in a lawn business I owned over 30 years ago. I'm not doxing the man. That number has long since been retired. And of course, I usually didn't bother memorizing area codes for local numbers. But rang my fish egg is 427-3867. R goes to 4, 2, N goes to 2, G goes to 7 because it's rang, not range, it's a hard G. M goes to 3, F goes to 8, SH goes to 6, and the double G in egg goes to 7 because, say it, you only hear it once. It's egg, not egg. Okay. Now, let's take some numbers and turn them into words. And of course, the best examples of these, ones we see every day, are phone numbers. Now, this was also over 30 years ago. I was in a college town, and I heard, and there were these 2 girls, college students, on a bus, and one of them told the other her phone number. And I heard it, and I heard it, and I still remember it today, over 30 years later, as 9517630, because within 2 seconds of hearing the number, I thought up the phrase, played catch mice. And I pictured the 2 dressed up like cats playing a silly game called catch mice. And of course, I'm not doxing these girls. Okay? They were college students in a college town talking about their local number over 30 years ago. I guarantee you it doesn't go to them. When you post something on the internet with people's phone numbers, you need that disclaimer. Anyway, the P in played goes to 9, L goes to 5, D goes to 1. The 7 at the start of the C at the start of catch goes to 7. TCH goes to 6. M goes to 3. And the C in mice is the S sound, so it goes to 0. Now, this number is probably a perfect example of sound, not spelling, because C goes to 3 different places. It goes at the start of catch, the hard C goes to 7. The TCH cluster goes to 6. I mean, you ignore the T because it's just the CH sound. And here, the C in mice goes to 0. Now, besides being both an example of sound not spelling and of how easy and automatic this is, it took me 2 seconds to come up with this. This number is also an example of how flexible the system is, because 9517630 could have just as easily been bloody cage mess, like the kennel scene in the movie The Thing, or bold cow jammies, because you have to admit it would be pretty bold for 2 adults to be wearing this in public. Okay, now I'm going to give a slightly longer number. This was my dad's number over 20 years ago. He no longer has that number, so I am not doxing him, and this is the number with the area code and the 1. But I still remember that number of his to this day as divisive chicken may be alone. 1 goes to D, D goes to 1, V goes to 8, S goes to 0, V goes to 8, CH in chicken goes to 6, CK in chicken goes to 7, N goes to 2, M goes to 3, B goes to 9, 5 goes to 2, L goes to 5, and N goes to 2. All right, now let's look at the opening example. The phrase, "I'm tired, I'll punch a llama, love bug be my name," goes to the numbers 3141592653589799323. Now, in case you haven't noticed, that number is pi. M goes to 3, T goes to 1, R goes to 4, D goes to 1, the double L in aisle goes to 5, P to 9, N to 2, CH to 6, L to 5, M to 3, L in love bug goes to 5, V goes to 8, B goes to 9, G goes to 7 because it's a hard G, it's love bug, not love budge. The B goes to 9, M goes to 3, N goes to 2, and M goes to 3. Now, while this system may seem obscure, it does take practice. But it is fairly simple because you only have 10 things to remember. But you're not going to absorb it passively. You have to practice to get this. So what I suggest doing is pause the video and write down this chart by hand. Doing that will ensure that all of the information goes through your brain, makes a complete circuit through your brain. And then if you have any questions, watch the video again, and then just start practicing, start playing with the system. Just take some phone numbers of people come up with silly phrases and try to come up with something that you can remember, something that's funny, and form a cartoon-like mental image associating that person with the phrase. With practice, this does become automatic. Like I said, played catch mice took me 2 seconds. Now, and of course, if you have any questions, you can contact me. My number is Clock Gorilla Road Jet. Just send me a text that says, "I got it." And of course, if you did it right, if you got the number right, I'll send you a reply with words for your phone number. Okay, adios.